You're tuning in to AfterBuzz TV's The Christmas 24/7 channel, keeping the spirit of Christmas 24/7. Give, forgive, be merry. Ho, 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 ho.
I love that song. I love this song. I love this song because what?
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
That's right, you guys. It's our first live show. It's a Super Organizer show, Christmas show. It's a Super Organizer Mermaid Christmas show special. And I'm doing a live show because I love these folks, and I thought we need to talk to them live. So I'm James Hudson, your host and the Super Organizer, and I'm going to introduce who they are and then talk about what we're going to talk about today. And so I'm happy to have next to me, she is killing it as Liesl Olbrecht on General Hospital. Well, yeah, she haven't killed anybody in a while, but you're killing it over there. Not this week. And she plays Connie Hunter on the show.
Connie.
I said Connie, sorry. Connie Hunter.
Connie!
No, it's because of her real name, Kathleen Gaddy.
Lucky you.
I love you.
I love you
too.
Thank you.
Oh, you. Good to see you.
I love you too.
I love her.
I love you too. Okay.
Now, the one talking across the way.
The one
Interrupting. The one talking across the way.
The rude one interrupting.
Yeah, across the way.
You should see her in the movies. She pretty much does that too. Yeah, that's her.
She is the long-suffering.
I know. I thought she was an actress, but she's.
Hey, I'm trying to introduce her.
Oh.
This is a rowdy bunch for you guys. Wait till you see. This is just the beginning. Exactly. It's not water. She plays the long-suffering Nicole on Days of Her Life. I mean, suffering. Cheese and crackers. Even to that time jump. It's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
She plays Tiffany Devereaux in this movie, and it's Ari Zucker.
Hi,
girl.
Hi, everyone.
I just saw her at Day of Days about a few weeks ago, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And across the way, this person, she puts on the most beautiful pictures on her Instagram and Facebook. Whoever takes your photographers are really great.
I make friends with photographers.
They're very smart girls.
Apparently.
They're great. They're great. They're great.
Way to help promote the family movie.
And she
What's
is.
wrong with my body?
Nothing. That's the problem. You're going to go there? We haven't even started yet.
Mermaids don't have clothes on either.
That's true. They don't.
What's her name, James?
Okay, so she plays Daphne. She plays the mermaid in the film. Jessica Morris.
Awesome mermaid.
Yes. Now the rowdy folks on the couch, they were bandaged
gallery.
there. Yes, over there. The one sitting
Exiled.
on the left, I guess it is.
And the jean jacket.
His character.
Such a hipster.
Well, he's wearing a jean jacket.
Guys, he's giving me an intro.
Give him an intro.
Sorry, no one's getting one.
Okay.
Oh, God.
His character got on my nerves on Days of Our Lives. But in real life, I love him. Kyle Louder. Thanks, Travis.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
With the biggest mug on earth.
You know what they say about a big mug, James?
Oh.
A big mouth. Okay, and I was fast. You know, I was fast. And the guy in the corner who's the reluctant hunk of the group.
Says
I like
who?
that.
The reason we are all
Somebody's
here
getting glasses
together.
for Christmas.
I am 50 years old. And the guy who's the reason why we're all here, Mr. Michael Caruso.
Yay! The only one with a proper intro.
That's so weird.
We didn't interrupt.
Because I have the least illustrious career out of everybody in this room.
No, it's because we're all scared of you.
Oh,
Just kidding.
So they are here because the
We
movie is
love you.
called A Mermaid for Christmas, and I watched it last night. It was so cute. I loved it.
Oh.
Congratulations. It was very good.
Thank
I have a scene I want to talk about, but that's in a second. We're going to talk about that in a second. That made me laugh. Laugh out loud. What was I about to say? But first, I do the church announcements, as they always say here. We are at the Christmas 24/7 channel. This is AfterBuzz TV's Christmas channel. So go there and subscribe, like how we do Christmas 24/7. It's all about Christmas. This show, I have like 7 episodes and more coming. We have other shows on this network that are doing great stuff for the 80s, 90s, 2000s, all kind of stuff. So go ahead and subscribe and like it. We have an IG page too, the Christmas 24/7. And it's a little shameless self-promotion for myself. I'm in a movie too, called Second Chance for Christmas.
And what are you playing?
I'm playing a bad host. A rude host.
So you're playing against type.
it's in our Amazon queue. We're going to watch it.
Yes, it's on Amazon, Apple Plus, and I'm with a fellow Long Life to Live alum, Brittany Underwood is the star of it,
nice.
and Vivica Fox. So I'm in that with them, and I'm part of
Mark
Christmas
McGrath
feature.
is in it, I
Mark
think.
McGrath is in it. Mark Christopher Lawrence. There's a lot of people there. There's a lot of people in the movie. It's a fun one. Also,
And
another
James
company.
Lott Jr.
And James Lott Jr. That's right. And I also have a Christmas book out called Winter's Night, and it's a Christmas mystery. You get it at Amazon. And I have 3 Christmas songs out. Hey, it's Christmas. There's always hope at Christmas, and Santa, Santa, Santa. You can get those wherever music is streaming.
So do you like Christmas?
Kind of a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
That's a little extreme, James.
It is a little extreme, isn't it? I want Christmas spirit all the time. That's what I want.
I
That's
know.
what
I put
want.
up my Christmas tree before Thanksgiving.
Good for you, girl.
That's
People,
just wrong.
that is
not
good.
right,
Good
though.
for you. She's
Well,
like,
it's a live,
Well, okay.
a live
Hey,
tree.
I'm Jewish and I still have Christmas.
hey, that's right, girl.
You got like the
There you
big.
go.
You got tons of Christmas stuff now because we
Yes.
left after we finished
They
shooting.
ran from the
We were
house.
like, "Would you like all of this Christmas stuff?" Because we didn't want to deal with it. So
true.
Ari inherited the
I have a
biggest.
6,000-foot tree.
Yes,
Oh my
Fake
it's a
tree.
10-foot fake tree.
Yeah, it's
That was a
ginormous.
beautiful
Wow.
tree.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job decorating that.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. I want to tell you, Barbara Streisand's Christmas album, I grew up with that.
Right?
She's Jewish. She had a Christmas album. She's
Babs. Good old Babs.
Good old Babs.
She's done an amazing voice.
Okay.
We love her.
So I want to say the one scene that made me laugh really funny on Ready for Christmas was the marshmallow scene.
Oh, Christ.
Was that on purpose? The
My
marshmallows
parents
were
laughed at that too,
huge. They were
actually.
huge. I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, when you make hot chocolate.
That is a good scene.
The irony is that was the least funny scene for all of us because we ate about
We ate so many.
15,000
I have
freaking
never-
marshmallows.
I have
I was
never-
so pissed off the entire morning.
These-
And I got in trouble because
These-
I said one thing about wanting to barf from all the marshmallows.
You
You
have
kept
never
messing up.
heard-
I would eat a marshmallow. You messed up your line. We'd have to do it again.
You messed up your line.
We
and
both
I-
messed up. I mean, the point is, we ate a lot of marshmallows. It wasn't funny.
Behind the scenes.
These two, I've never heard 2 actors complain more about. You'd think that we were
Here we
making
go.
drop them off in the Sahara Desert.
That's
with
the
no
sound
water.
of the bus running over me.
It's like they're like,
they're backing
the
up.
marshmallows. I could feel the sugar coursing through my body.
I don't eat sugar, and
And we were like,
we
"Are
ate
you
the entire
freaking
bag.
kidding me? It's marshmallows."
They were like exploding in
I
our
was
stomachs.
like, it was.
Oh my goodness.
I wish
Well-
I had gotten to eat a
I
marshmallow.
know. You got to eat a.
You got
good.
beautiful
The first
gingerbread
five are
cookies.
good.
There's that cookie I'd try to eat, but I missed.
Yeah, I saw
did.
the bloopers was funny with that. But it's just funny. It's just they were the largest marshmallows I've ever seen.
Big ass marshmallows.
What are we
man.
talking
But it
about?
was hysterical. Christmas tree and mermaid.
Got it. I'm back.
No, I
They,
don't.
they hated filming that scene. They-
Kyle and I, we are not normally complainers on set.
No, we're
I know you guys are. I know you guys are.
Sorry.
We
Are you,
almost
are you
Shady.
serious?
We're
Shady.
not.
Not you, Jess.
Not-
Not you. I'm
not-
laughing
no,
at you.
Not
actually,
Jessica
like,
Morris.
No, we're good
We're 30
sports and
seconds
we-
into this thing. We're gonna throw down.
Serious for a second.
It was a
we are
great
very
scene.
hard workers and we do not complain.
No,
But
we don't.
we ate a
I
lot
have to
of
admit, that was
marshmallows.
a lot
It
of
was a
marshmallows.
very funny scene.
It was
I
very
agree.
funny.
It's
It was very
great
funny.
scene.
It's a great
It's
scene.
one
In
of
the
my
end, it
favorite
was.
scenes.
She was a nightmare. An unmitigated marshmallow revolting nightmare to deal with on set.
And I wanted to eat more cookies, but they're all plastic.
No,
What kind of thing is
no,
that?
those gingerbread cookies were delicious. Those were really
Those were
good
crust.
cookies.
This truly
The best
sounds like a
ones-
family Christmas dinner.
I love it.
We gotta
I
get
love
back
it.
on track.
No, I love it.
Where's
This is
the
like behind the scenes stuff. This is behind the scenes stuff. I love it. But I just had to mention because I had to watch it twice. I kept laughing so hard. Like these things are.
Your face was actually
they were
really
very-
funny when
they
you
were
were eating
very
that.
cute.
thing.
Yes. When you did
My
it,
parents laughed at that too.
Really?
Yeah, they did.
Your face.
Yeah, it
No,
was
seriously.
great. It
When
was
you were
great.
not, you're like, you were
I was
like,
about to gag for
Tuck your
real.
arm
Like a
up,
jellyfish. It was so funny. That line
How
was
did you
great.
do that with your
That was so good.
face? No, it was real.
It was real. It was real.
She was unhappy with me.
So I'm going to go to Michael first because this is where it all began. I mean, you always do series and stuff. So now you did a movie, and so what made
As
you
I hold the
decide?
coffee cup over my face.
I know, but you're like, and I did.
What?
So where are you? But, I mean, so what was the impetus of actually writing? Because you wrote, directed, and produced this. So
I wanted to do something different. You know, I mean, I'd been doing the series for so long that it was just time to switch gears and do like a complete 180 from the soap stuff. But I'm friends with all these
Yeah.
like ridiculously talented people that I wanted to create a showcase for them to show some funny and to show some different sides of the fact that they're not just soap actors; they're just really great actors. And so I wanted to do something nice that you could watch, like my stuff you can't really watch with the family.
right. Yeah.
You know, and it was so cool. Like, you know, Ari came over with Izzy, you know, Ari and Kyle's daughter, and they got to watch it.
It was the first time, it's the first
10-year-old
project
better.
I've ever been on that
Yeah,
I could watch with my
No,
own daughter.
same. My mom
From
did
beginning to
that.
end.
Yeah, my mom watched it with my young nieces, and she was
Yeah.
like, they can actually watch this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't realize how nice that is until you're like, they were sitting in our living room, they're watching it as a family, and that was just, for me personally, that was a really nice
For
moment.
me too.
That, like,
Thank you for bringing that up. It really
know,
was cool.
You know,
It
it's
was
like,
cool.
instead of tearing families apart, we get to pull them together for once.
Yeah.
So,
Right? Yeah.
and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I love Christmas. I love Christmas movies, and it was time for a gear shift in just something light and fluffy, and we all had a really great time doing that.
Yeah.
It was everyone had a
Super.
blast, and
Yeah.
it showed. Like except for the marshmallow gate.
Marshall Gate.
Other than that,
We'll never talk about again, even though it's live around the world.
And at the end of the credits, folks, Steve, keep watching. There's bloopers.
That's a great point. I think a
that's
lot of
the
people
best
miss
part.
that.
They do. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
like, I want to make sure I say that because
Gotta
There
wait
are
for the
bloopers.
yeah, someone else
Just
said the same thing to me. He
Sit
goes,
tight.
I
Or
wonder
you
if
can
bloopers.
fast forward through the credits
Right.
and watch them. I don't care.
Yeah.
Either way.
But there's a bunch of bloopers. That you with the cookie.
Oh,
You kept missing.
great. Yeah.
You think you're
Funny.
right there. You're like, it's right
Me,
there.
my big mouth kept missing. I don't know how I did that, but
And like when you forget how to drive the car.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
so I
did. That
didn't
was so
see the
funny.
You didn't see the bloopers?
No.
You're like, I forgot
Are you
how to drive
kidding
the
me?
car.
yeah. Oh
No.
you saw the bloopers. You saw them at our house.
Did I? So funny.
Yeah, you forgot how to drive the car. You got in the car.
She's
You're like,
blonde. Don't worry about her. It's okay.
There was a lot of 7-year blog happening when we were watching the movie.
I don't know,
Bottles.
but my
and-
glass was always full.
Very true.
So I have to ask. I mean, so Mermaid. Like, where did that come from for you?
The ocean.
Somewhere in the depths of
Somewhere from Atlantis. I love fantasy movies. Like
Okay.
I grew up. I'm the generation of Neverending Story and The Dark Crystal.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, I'm an old fart that way. So I just wanted to do something
They
that
brought
had.
it back in Stranger Things, you know.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah, that's true.
It never been done before. I didn't want to do the same Christmas movie that everybody else had done.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of the world has no snow for Christmas. So,
true.
Yeah.
you know, it's like, why not do something that's just a little bit off the beaten path? Because I'm a pain in the butt that way. And, you know, our brilliant DP, Adam Fuhrman,
Yes.
specializes in underwater photography, and he's like a boat guy. So,
It's beautifully
and-
shot.
and, I
Scuba
mean,
diver,
the guy is
the
a
whole thing.
freaking genius.
Yeah.
And so it was just all of these pieces came together, and we just wanted to do something that was just totally different from.
Where'd you shoot? I was trying to see if I could recognize it.
We shot here in LA,
That's what I thought.
but
But also
but Adam actually went down to the Keys to shoot all of our B-roll.
wow, okay.
And he went to
The underwater stuff is in off the coast of Key West.
Oh, wow.
in Key West,
Yeah.
and then what's it?
And then the fiction, all the B-roll, which to create the fictional town of Cocoa Bay. You know, the exterior scenes where none of the actors are in. That was all down in Key West
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
but
but
the
all
underwater
the-
in the pool was here.
But everything
Okay.
else with the it was shot primarily here with all the actors in.
Well, I
like
said
that.
there's a part with the boat and everything. Was that?
That was in
Marina?
Malibu.
Oh, Malibu.
That's
Okay,
off.
I'm
That's
sorry.
off the coast. Well, we took the boat. We chartered a boat from Marina Del Rey.
I was gonna ask you.
Up,
I said,
up the
Rada.
coast to Malibu, and then we shot like the opening title sequence was like while we were
It
chartering
looked
down to
familiar.
Malibu.
Okay.
And we got to Malibu, and then our drone operator Chris Fuhrman, who's Adam's brother, shot all of our drone footage when we were stationed out there. So we kind of took advantage of the.
Can you explain just for people because there are people watching? Hi, everybody who's watching.
Hi, everybody who's watching.
Linda says the bloopers are great. Explain what B-roll is for people. Who don't
Okay,
know.
so sorry about that.
That's okay, that's okay.
It's like technical jargon.
okay.
Well, you would actually do a
second
better job of
unit.
explaining this to
B-roll
me.
is all the
Yeah.
stuff that you see in between the scenes. So B-roll is anytime you see like a street shot or you see the exterior of a house or you see people walking by. B-roll basically just builds the world of your
Yeah.
movie or series or whatnot.
It's to create, it's to create the fictional world that you're, or maybe not fictional, but just to create, the world that the movie takes place in.
It's the in-between stuff that's
Yeah.
really important.
So you fade up and like you see the exterior of a house, you're zooming in on the exterior, then you go inside. The zooming in the exterior shot is the B-roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Wait,
there you
make
go.
sure you get that.
That was an adult conversation.
It was, wasn't it?
I know it
don't
felt so awkward. We got to get back on track here.
no, so here's the thing. So I feel like you guys are like a repertory theater, so to speak, because you use the same.
I was thinking
people.
that just now when I was looking around. I was like, I feel
You're
like
not,
we're.
aren't you getting sick of
But
us?
think about
No.
this, like George Clooney. and
Yeah,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt. They all
Everyone
work
does it.
together.
No, I love
Like,
that. I love that. I love
When
that.
you find as a producer, when you find performers that are extraordinary, you keep them happy, and you keep them. You beg them to come back. And
Can I be the mermaid next time?
yes, yes, Kathleen
I can see it.
Diaz.
I can see it. I can totally see it. Yeah, girl.
But they're just extraordinary people, so that's a no-brainer to bring them
Well, I
back.
love that. No, I'm saying, and also for you guys, because you guys have worked together on, because you had Ian Buchanan, of course, and Brie Larson. You guys have worked together and things. It must be just like old home.
Making movies or television is hard enough. You
Yeah.
like do it with people that you enjoy working
Yes.
with.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Long,
nothing
hard
worse than
days.
getting involved in something this difficult and then working with people that you just don't mesh with. I mean, it just makes it miserable.
Jessica, you're the mermaid.
Yeah.
How was the tail?
You are-
You're the mermaid, Jessica.
Before you answer that question, remember you just said that you don't complain about anything.
I want to know the real
She
deal,
was a
Jessica.
good sport.
I'm gonna say,
Very good
no,
sport.
It
seriously.
was so fun to have the tail on.
Oh boy.
And
I mean, all seriously, I'm really curious about that just because it looked like it's this. I mean, this thing. I mean, it must be.
it was actually pretty funny though, because getting it on was a huge, challenge.
We have videos that are not safe for work.
Oh, okay.
No.
Those do not make
It
the
took
book
about
real.
3 people to try to like squeeze it. I had to lube
Okay.
myself up with some kind of conditioner.
With conditioner.
With
With
conditioner.
hair
Conditioner.
Yeah. But I had to lube myself up, basically.
Yes,
Third
and
time you
true.
said that.
And you're so young. You're so young. And squeeze myself in that thing. And
What
it
did you have to
was
use
a
again?
bonding experience for all of us.
Wow.
It was tight.
Was it really? Oh,
Okay.
So we're you just keep the
Stop
questions
it.
coming,
And
James.
it took a
Stop
while. But once we got it on, it felt so right.
Oh my God.
What? I'm talking about the tail.
And thank you for watching the show. We'll see you next time. I can't keep it straight.
We're never going to be asked back. We knew this would happen.
We have a little gift for you.
Oh, for me. Oh, I see the story.
It's a good timing.
Speaking of mermaids.
It's all about timing. So just
Okay.
a little something from us, just a little something you can.
Kathleen is
good timing.
amazing.
Yeah.
I love the bag.
It's not very Christmassy, but we'll.
Oh, how
God.
cute. Mermaid material. I love it.
Yes.
I love this mug, you guys.
That's adorable.
That's really cool,
I
Kathleen.
love it. Thank you. I love it. I will drink. I'll be posting this. I'll be drinking it. It's beautiful.
on the tree?
It's
Mermaid
beautiful.
material.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Aw,
Right there. I want to put it.
so thoughtful.
I want everybody to see it.
Kathleen's
really
the
cool.
best.
I love
Is that
that.
a good segue?
Yes.
Away from-
Yes,
okay.
that was good. That was good. That was
So where
really
were we?
good.
Okay.
That was good. So, how do you choose her as the mermaid? You know a lot of people that you work with. She was the mermaid.
Sometimes you look at a girl and you just see a mermaid.
Okay. There you go.
I mean, it
I
just
so know what you're talking about.
It's a compliment.
it's weird.
Yeah. You're
No,
right.
it's kind of true.
Like
actually.
Yeah, it
you,
is.
you just look at certain people that you know,
Yeah.
And
and something about them resonates
Thanks, Michael.
from a character.
well, you were a boss. You were a boss lady, so
Yeah, but-
that works.
But at the end of the
That was the old
movie,
frumpy
Right.
mother.
you're
whatever.
like,
Oh, this
Anyway,
point
I'm
holds
done.
true with you, honey. Don't worry about it.
Jessica. There was never any other person in my mind for the mermaid. It was
Okay.
always just her.
Okay.
I wish I had a more interesting answer.
No, that's cool. That's very cool. It's like that's very cool.
Yeah.
And you were, boss lady. You were like,
yes.
you were,
So good.
working it out.
I was scared of her.
I was scared of her too. I was scared of her
yeah.
too.
I'm still scared of her.
I
No, she was so funny,
I'm
so good.
nice.
Had you guys actually had worked before scenes together before?
No,
I didn't think
the
so.
first time,
That's
and
tough.
I hope.
No,
we-
ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
God.
Well,
Is
look
your
at
memory
that.
that short?
Really have a.
You had a lot of scenes.
Yeah, but you guys had that. The whole point is you had sass in that scene.
I love that
was-
scene
Yeah.
between you guys in the kitchen.
Me too.
I
Thank
love
you.
working with you. It was just such a pleasure, and with you.
Thanks. You
Yeah.
too.
Okay. No, my son. You guys. No, it's with each person you develop a different relationship.
It's true, yeah.
Whoever you work with, the chemistry's different. The
makes
scenes,
sense.
the material,
Yeah.
and it just lends. And it was just like such a joy. I hated going home. It's your fault. We have to go home. It wasn't long enough. No, it was just so much fun. And
What?
my beautiful boy.
Your son over
and
here.
My son. It was just such a pleasure.
I
love working with you,
liked it.
too.
It was a real
Kathleen,
pleasure.
you get the most hottest sons on your shows. What's that about?
She's hot.
Wait, she is hot.
Katherine's hot.
She has the eyes. I'm like, I can just stare into them.
Think about it.
Yeah.
They have to find the actor to play her son.
Ooh, I like that.
That's right.
I
That's
like
right.
that.
Yes.
I like that.
They really hit it off on Ladies
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
they had
Yeah, we did
a
work.
weird, awesome connection right
Okay.
away. And so like when we did this, I was like, I got to get these two in a scene
Yes.
together because they really enjoy working with each other.
Yeah,
They there's like this really cool sparkle between
The
them
second
when they're
season
on
of
set
Ladies of the
together.
Lake, the ladies too. You guys
We
had
did
that
a-
scene
we did a
outside,
little
which
bit.
was
Yeah,
really
that's-
cool.
that's
Right.
where it
And
started.
we did a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I played Jessica's mommy and
Yes,
Lacey's
you did.
place. That was really fun.
Yes.
So it was
What
good.
do you think it is about you two? First, you two that you connected so well. What do you think it is? Both you guys.
We're amazing.
Well, there you go.
We
Next.
both love cookies.
I mean,
Oh, no.
I think I can say I think you're both very like strong women
Yeah.
who are, you know, kind of feisty, and that probably plays well off of each other.
that and there's a respect to when and I finally got this scene to work with Jessica as well and have this great scene too that was so funny and dynamic. But what I love about working with Kathleen and Jessica is the giving when you're sharing a scene, because it's half the time you work, it's not about you, it's about your ensemble, it's about your cast, it's about making sure that we all want the same thing, and we want this movie to look good, we want people to have a good time, we want them to cry, and we want them to have all these things. And the only way those things work is when you are dedicated to the person you're on camera with at the
Open,
moment.
receptive, you give.
And
Yeah,
so
it's a relationship.
that's such a good feeling. And
It
so when
is.
you watch it and you
And
see
it's
that we're
rare.
having a good time, it is
It
rare.
is rare. In this industry, been in almost 40 years, it is rare when you get that wonderful partner where they're open and they're giving and receiving, and it's this lovely symbiotic relationship. It's really rare.
Yeah.
It's very special.
That's a testament to you for bringing it together.
Yeah.
And you said you recognize on some level that you said, I want these actors to play these, and they're getting along, and they're
because
giving-
they're actors. I think
Right.
it's so easy. Daytime is an extraordinary genre, but it's so easy to just pigeonhole performers as being they're a daytime actor, and they're not. They're actors first, and when they're on set, and they have like the time that they need to just kind of explore the character and explore the moment, and when they get that time, and they're so excited to have that time.
Yeah.
Soap opera
All
is
luxury.
soap opera is a skill set.
Oh, I'm glad,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're saying
I'm not
it.
diminishing
No,
daytime at all.
No,
I'm not-
I'm
No, but
glad you're
that's
saying
the
it.
Great
point.
training.
Soap opera is
Right.
a skill set.
Yes.
I'm not even going to say with all due respect, I'm not due respect. I'm not going to even say training.
Right.
It's just it is a skill set. It is, and what that means is that there are certain things that are required to be able to do that, and you don't necessarily in using those skills get to showcase other skills.
Yes.
And I think that the problem that the stigma, if you will, that gets that people see the skills that soap opera actors have and say, well, that's all they got. And that's not it. That's all they are basically allowed to show,
Right.
or have the
time will allow.
opportunity to
Yeah.
show,
Right.
or time will allow. So for us, all of us that maybe predominantly, made our living and our work in soap opera, when we have the opportunity to do primetime television, film, single camera work, if you will, all of a sudden we get to open up the toolbox and say we get more takes and more time to flesh out the character, to flesh out a scene. And it's very liberating for us at the
is.
same time.
It is.
So,
Luxury.
it's I think it's important that just people can, make that distinction. If you
No,
will.
as I'm saying, I'm glad you guys said it, because I want people to know this. There are some really great actors in daytime that deserve to do other stuff.
Yeah.
And deserve to not have that stigma. You're a daytime actor.
They
Oh my
get treated
God.
like garbage.
They do. I mean,
like they-
I just did this is a great example. Long story short, I just did I'm still working on it, actually, an incredible film. Biggest project of my career, and I won't
Besides
name any names.
Mermaid.
Yeah, besides this film.
besides
The
Mermaid.
point is that I had a particular scene with a lot of dialogue.
Okay.
And there was a lot that was asked of me in terms of delivering this dialogue and things like that. And after I did that, multiple people came up and said, that was impressive. I can see how you got your start in the daytime drama genre.
Yeah.
Because that is what is required of us on a daily basis.
Yes.
On daytime
Right.
television. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
I've had the same experiences where
Starting
people
to
are
sweat.
impressed, like with
Yeah.
like memorizing very quickly, or like being ready to go like on the first take.
Yeah, just be
And
like,
when
you just
start
did it
out
in one
soap,
take.
That's what you're
Yeah.
trained or
Because we don't have a
prepared to
choice.
do,
Yeah.
Indie filmmakers should be tripping over themselves to hire soap actors,
I agree
because
with
if
that.
you have limited shoot days and you need people to show up on set and be
Yeah.
ready and prepared
Mm-hmm.
and emotionally capable of bringing it in two
Oh, yeah.
takes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like these people make your life 30 times easier than if you're,
You shoot 6 pages on film. You shoot about 6 to 10 max
Well, it's
pages a
almost-
day. On soap opera, you shoot 100.
Yeah,
It's
I
almost
know.
what people the higher ups. It's somewhere down the line, and it's so nice to be able to talk about it. Is getting the recognition of the work, and for everyone, from cameras to makeup
Yes.
to everyone.
Everybody.
The amount of work that it takes, and I've done some tours and brought some directors in, primetime directors, and I've given them tours, and they're like, "Whoa, we can never do that don't show anyone else.
Right. No, sure. Right.
Yeah. But it takes that higher up to go, you know what? Soap actors are amazing. So somebody, the further we have conversations about sharing this, the longer the bigger careers we'll have. And it won't have to be just in soaps, but it does take that person to go, no, soap opera people are badass.
Right.
Sorry.
But seriously, I mean, I know, I'm friends with so many of you. I've interviewed so many of you, and I'm just like, and I watch the work, and I'm like, this work is on par with anything else.
Yeah.
It's, I don't see a difference.
That's why I think we all get on set like a Mermaid for Christmas or any kind of film or whatever. It's so liberating, to be able to flesh out these characters, to flesh out the scenes, to have the time to be able to do that. It's liberating.
There was a lot of gratitude on set. This cast was just, they were so present. They were so grateful to be there. There wasn't this doing you a favor mentality. It was just, this is my first time, directing anything. I'd never done it before, and they were really patient.
You're
and like
fantastic.
I said, Adam Fuhrman, our DP,
So.
could not have done it without him because he's just brilliant. But everybody was really patient with me and really understanding of this guy kind of doesn't know what he's doing. But
that was never the case,
that
though,
was
dude.
never
That was
that. And
never
you really do know
the
what
case.
you're doing. You've done tons of stuff.
I said from the get.
Produced,
I will
you've
say this
totally
from the
directed.
get go.
Fantastic.
I will speak for myself, but I was like, there is no other person, in my opinion, that should direct this because this is from his head and his heart and his soul and his creativity. And there's no one that you do it again. You're so like modest and like, come on,
self-deprecating.
Well, exactly.
Yes,
the point is that there's nobody in my humble opinion, dating back to when we were putting this whole thing together. I was like, you need to direct this.
Yeah.
Because this is otherwise there'd just be a third party. Not that they would be a bad director, but there would be a third party that you would be funneling your vision through to get to the point where we got. Where it's like, just you take the reins and bring your vision to life. Bring the script
But
to the
Michael
screen.
also, we'd be shooting a scene and he'd go, you know what? Let's try this line or try something different because it's his, like you said, it's his baby. He knows it.
He didn't have to run it through anybody else. It was kind of like, that's either like I envisioned that or no, that I didn't envision that. And that's why I thought it was important to say, this is your vision, you bring it to life. Because I remember when I first read the script, I was like, if this doesn't translate to the screen, it's going to be a travesty.
Right.
So I said, let's just remove any kind of impediments to that and just you bring it to life. So we can just,
We
and
love
if it doesn't
you,
work, then
Michael,
it's your
and you
fault.
did a great job. We all want to work with you
you.
again. You direct.
Yeah.
You direct.
we have to work together again because we're like,
With
we
or
are like a
without
weird
you,
little
you direct.
troupe.
Yeah.
But
We
you
are like
keep-
a little-
But
weird
you
little
just keep
troupe.
directing. 'cause
Well,
you're an awesome
I'm
director.
going to say something, and I'm serious, Michael.
Yes.
Because I called you.
You
and
did.
said- I called you.
You did.
Okay. I've always believed in your work.
You have.
From a long time ago.
You've
I've
been
always.
a very long time supporter.
So if I didn't believe in your work and thought you had vision, I wouldn't call you to come on my shows.
That's very true, and I appreciate that. And I love being on your show.
But I mean, what to say? I believe in your vision. That's why
Everybody needs the
Yeah,
fat
I'll
guy
do-
in the corner.
Yes, you. We
There
all
we go
do
again.
here.
Are you going to finish that?
It's not what you think it is.
So let's actually
Actually
talk about so what is the story for people who haven't watched it? Let me just tell me what the story is actually if they
Yes.
haven't watched it yet. Because I want people to you should watch this film. It's so good. So who wants to tell the story?
Let one of them
You
tell
Yeah.
the story.
Tell the story. It's
No,
your
no,
baby.
I've talked too much. They're here to see you guys.
Yeah.
Kyle's talked too much. You haven't said it.
Michael, please tell
Oh God!
It's your story. Tell it.
You tell the
Why
story.
don't you tell the story?
Mermaid for Christmas is it's about a Greek princess. Yes, it starts in ancient Greece, and she's not the nicest person, and she makes somebody very angry, and she gets a curse placed on her, and she's turned into a mermaid, and in the present, she turns up in this little town called Cocoa Bay. And she's basically got to fix the mistake she made many years ago, and really, it's a family film. I mean, I know that there's a mermaid and that's the mermaid gimmick or whatever, but really, it's about a family that's going through some pretty difficult stuff.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And it's about family and friends, and
It's a mermaid movie that's not about a mermaid.
Yeah, it's
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
It's about love and about
love and forgiveness, and just learning about
Selflessness.
yourself, and it's just a weird, goofy, quirky. It's like it's like this grab bag of holiday
thrown together.
Just
Thrown
romantic goo.
It's all like relatable stuff, like we could all go through, worrying about, losing a business or
Yes.
a family member passing away,
Money
or,
problems. This thing, yeah.
Exactly.
It's a very relatable movie with a fish lady.
But a fish lady. I like that. Now, Kyle, I'll talk about your character a little bit. I want to have everybody talk about their
Yeah,
character a little bit.
absolutely. I played Travis Hunter, who is, well, full disclosure, yeah. So his soul, if you will, was the soul that was wronged by the ancient Greek princess. So his incarnation, if you will, is now in the present day. In the fictional town of Cocoa Bay, like Michael says. And he's a small business owner. He owns a bar called the Coral Cantina, which is failing. And ultimately, he's trying to save his bar because, kind of quick side story, he built this bar with his wife who is now, passed away. And he's trying to keep this bar alive because it, keeps the memory of his wife and his marriage alive. And the bar is failing. And he's trying to figure out a way. I'm trying to figure out a way. I'm just trying to figure out a way to save it. And Daphne comes. All right, I'm done.
He's gonna drink his big mug.
Just keep on going.
Just like 3 sentences.
Okay, now Jessica, because you're Mermaid, talk about your take on it. Your take
So
on
my
it.
character Daphne.
I'll just go grab another cup of coffee. You guys let me know when you're done.
I was cursed.
I was like, 3 minutes. You're still talking.
Yes.
I was cursed because of my bad behavior by his mother, and I have this chance like every 100 years, is it?
Sounds right.
To make things right. to find the new incarnation of this character, and to make it right, to do one selfless act that's going to break the curse. And because my character is sort of slowly evolving and figuring out what it actually means to be selfless and actually care about another person, that kind of takes a minute. But once my character figures that out, in the process of falling in love with his character, it all kind of comes together. And
Yeah. And your character, girl.
Meanie.
I
Miss Devereaux.
Tiffany Devereaux. I am the mayor.
Yes. Respect me. Yes.
And
thought I
I am
took
a
a long time.
lovely,
Buckle up.
giving, kind individual
Yes.
who loves Christmas.
No.
Oh my God.
And that is all I'm going to say because I'm not giving away my phone.
Oh my God. And Miss Kathleen.
And
oh,
it's-
No, go. No.
No, really, just run with it.
Totally kidding.
You're itching to just keep going.
I love it. It's all comedy.
She's a meanie.
a meanie.
She was a meanie
So nice.
and did something really mean, really, really mean, and then I have to figure her, and I don't. But I'm the mommy of Mr.
Please,
Kyle here,
yes.
and widow. Connie's a widow and lost someone, and my husband, and he lost his wife, and so there's a lot of caring and loving, and I want to be happy, and this possible interest comes along, and I want happiness, and I want joy for you and for you and you. So
You out.
That's
you
it.
in.
You in. So yeah. So it's just a warm, kind of frumpy, warm mom who just like cares about her
Did you say
kids.
frumpy?
I did.
You're not frumpy.
You're not frumpy
the
at
character,
all.
she's just
Not.
kind of, but she's just like it's about
She's
No,
working class.
she's
worker.
like-
her interest is her happiness for her kids.
Yeah.
And everything else is secondary. I think.
Very much
and,
so.
And keeping you in line.
At bay.
That's all.
That's funny. So Candace
not
Mack.
easy.
So Candace Mack said she said
Candace
the
Mack.
movie was great.
But it's funny.
I
and-
love Candace.
And we love Candace.
She's
That's
amazing.
my girl.
She's
That's my
absolutely
girl.
amazing.
We love you, Candace. And said Ari was amazing in the movie. Kathleen is a treasure. She says she's typing things in right now. So that's typing stuff in there.
Type away.
Now it was funny because when my friend saw me, she was like, "So Kathleen doesn't have an accent?"
I hid my German accent. Or that was something else. I don't use the German in this one.
I'm like, no, she talks like these are accents she puts on. Isn't that funny? Because
Did
you've done.
we get you a trailer, by the way?
No, but I saw it.
Bummer. Well, I was talking.
Because you can run it, the trailer. You can show the trailer.
Don't worry about it.
You'll talk to Steven in the booth.
I messed up. Don't worry about it.
Don't.
Forgot to give you a
were
trailer.
supposed to send him the trailer?
Well, you can see it, and let's tell them where people can see it.
Well, you could just skip the trailer, watch the movie. It's
Watch the movie.
I was gonna say we did the
Amazon
last couple
Prime.
shows we did. We had a
People-
trailer to
what-
play to get people, you know.
But if you have
Okay.
Amazon Prime, how about a plug?
If
You can
you're
see it
if so
Amazon
if
Prime.
you are an Amazon Prime member, it's streaming it's included with Amazon Prime.
Briefly, it's a short period of time.
Until January 2nd, and then it will not be included with Prime. But if you are not a Prime member, not a big deal. You can rent the movie or you can purchase it.
Till when? For how long? Just a few months?
Well, that's going to stay up for a while. That's being ironed out right now because we are with California Pictures is repping the movie.
I think you found it.
Oh, that's them. That's
so
awesome.
okay, so we're gonna play the trailer for you. There you go. There you go. There you go. I love it.
This is hysterical.
Everyone, please stop saying that word. Christmas Eve is not a word.
Christmas Eve.
It's hysterical. And the music.
Hey, honey, how's it going over there? If you aren't too busy, would you mind explaining to me why your brother is putting a mermaid in my swimming pool?
I promise I will explain everything.
Travis, I think something's wrong with her. She told me she's a mermaid.
She's not going to give you any trouble. She's actually pretty nice. Do you honestly believe that you're half fish?
Was that so hard to believe?
That's a great shot.
That's a great shot.
That's so good.
$1,000.
You, Miss Mermaid, are all types of strange, but I still like strange.
That's such a great
I've known this woman for a little bit more than a day, and I don't know how I feel about her, but there's something that draws me to her.
Nothing fishy about falling in love.
That's a great line.
You guys gotta go watch it. You gotta go watch it, you guys. It's
And the
so
music
good.
is so great.
It is
And I
good,
want to give
yeah.
a shout out
Everything.
to Cole Smith, who plays Roxy in the movie.
Yeah, so good.
She's so
Yes, she's good.
fantastic.
she's so talented,
Yeah.
and Chad Armstrong, who plays his little brother Bo.
They really brought it.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
So
They
like,
did a
like
great
when
job.
Nadia comes up.
Nadia
with her
Fiora
voice,
with
it's
a
so
great
sweet.
cameo.
Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
those were cool scenes.
She said she's stunning. She is
Sweet.
stunning.
She was beautiful.
But
Did a great job.
but everybody showed up in this film.
They did a really good job. I'm really proud of everybody. It's nice to be proud of everybody equally. Like it's
When you get material that you're really excited about and you're working with people that you really love working with, you can't help but just be so. You get to set, you're just ready to go.
Yeah.
But
We're
you
excited.
guys are smart because Christmas comes every year.
Yeah.
This film could be around
you want it to or not.
Whether you want it to or not, but it comes in.
Well, next year should be hopefully on television and
Yeah, exactly.
theaters.
You keep going.
This
That's
is
the
just
thing.
a
Keep
snap.
going.
This was
Yeah,
just a
this
sample.
is just a little because we wanted it. They wanted us to hold it until 2020, and Kyle and I were not willing to do that because the fans have been so supportive and there's been so much excitement. They were like, we can't
wait.
We can't jerk people around like that.
So this is there are California Pictures is our distributor, and obviously this as Michael said, it's out on Amazon right now for a limited time this holiday season. But this is actually our first project that will go international, which is really great as well.
amazing.
Already selling
So,
overseas and
Wow.
internationally.
Yeah,
Pretty
they're
excited.
doing
So,
things.
Linda, I'm going to say your last name. Hopefully I'm saying it correctly. Muller. I think it's your last name.
Linda.
She says, I left a review, loved the Gaddy vodka and pictures of Kathleen's real-life hubby on the mantle. A great text. I saw that too. Well, people notice everything. When people watch it, they notice everything.
We were at her house for her costume fitting, and I literally was like, "Do you mind if we borrow this?"
He did.
Can Michael play a dead husband?
Yeah, exactly.
too?
That's like,
Sure, why not?
She's like, "Just ask my husband." And, Michael and I are friends.
He's like one of the nicest people, folks.
Michael's
Michael's one of the
amazing.
nicest
I know.
people. So, like, you're very fortunate. So,
I
like,
am.
so you can
I looked a long time, half a century, but I found him.
It's not when you find him, right?
I mean,
you found
you
him.
look for 3,000 years, but 50 years, that was a long time.
How long did it take to shoot the film?
12 days. 12
Oh,
days
good.
and 2 pickup days of oceany
It was-
goodness stuff.
A couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Oceany goodness.
What is oceany goodness?
I wasn't there that day. They were all
Mermaid
on the
tail
boat,
left.
and I was at Ari's house decorating it for Christmas with our assistant because that was like a whole big.
And I
The
was
tree
sleeping
was
the whole
beautiful.
time.
Yeah.
Do you remember I took Dramamine that you gave me that was supposed to be non-drowsy? But I
You
was
were passed
out on the
out
boat the
the
entire like face down.
Funny fact. So the opening of the film, during the
fact.
opening credits,
Yeah.
when they got all the B-roll of me, like sailing the boat and everything, she's below deck, just out cold.
I slept like the entire. It was like a 6-hour there and back trip, and I was just sleeping.
You would not wake up if we hit you in the head with an
You
oar.
didn't throw up. You weren't nauseous.
No.
This is a good thing.
No, because she was dead.
People were like nudging me to make sure.
like my
She
husband.
was absolutely
That's
gone.
Wait, so are you nauseous on boats? I mean, are you not?
Yeah,
like,
I get motion
no
sickness sometimes.
Okay.
So I
We
took it
were
just
trepidatious
preventatively.
about putting her in the water that day because we didn't know if she was gonna like just sink to the bottom.
I felt like I wanted to. I was
Should've
pretty
tied
out of
her or
it.
I want SAG-AFTRA to know that nobody was put in
Yes, exactly.
any dangerous
Yes.
There
situation.
was some sharks circling me.
Let's read our
It took me
legal
out in
notes.
time.
It's our legal
We
note,
were
everybody.
fully
knows.
insured,
Right.
and the actors were safe at all times.
So wait, so you were really swimming with the tail and everything. You were swimming?
Well, in the pool, yes.
Yes.
In the ocean, it was safer because we actually just did a shot of me popping up. So
I was
it had
maneuvering the
on.
tail in the ocean.
Oh, okay.
Which we have behind the scenes footage, which we'll
I
post.
feel
on
like
the-
dragging just the tail.
God.
I filled the
in front of the
tail.
camera.
I filled the tail with those like pool noodles. You know those
Oh,
things.
yeah.
So it would float because otherwise it would sink to the bottom of the ocean, and I ain't going down there to get it.
Oh, no.
That's going to happen.
So he put his noodle in her tail, and then he just kind of dragged it across the camera.
Yeah.
I can't even. I can't even.
It's a family movie.
But yeah, so we had to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly. I can't even. I mean,
No worries.
There's really
This
nowhere to
is
go
right.
after that.
oh my gosh.
Sit down.
Amazon.
That's where you
Amazon
go.
Prime, it's free till January 2nd, or Amazon.
great.
Just go to Amazon, put in a mermaid for Christmas,
So
and
good.
poof, you can
There
see
you
the
go.
film.
I think
Should've been an
Kathleen, you need to
advertising.
rule the
I know, right?
world. You need to be in
Right.
charge of the world.
Do you have any more gifts? Because we're going to need a few more.
So 12 days. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was. It was.
It was intense. It was kind of
It was
stupid.
intense.
Oh really? Oh really?
Stupid.
Yeah, next
Yeah,
project we're
everybody-
gonna tack on a few shoot
Isn't it
days.
12 days
That
of
was a
Okay.
little
Christmas?
much.
12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a song.
Yeah, we meant to do that.
You did?
No,
12 days
God,
shoot,
no.
12 days of Christmas.
Right?
I didn't even think about that.
And do you guys shoot in sequence or no?
No.
How? No, in
think
fact,
so.
the first scene we ever shot was the last scene of the movie.
Oh, how funny. Okay.
Which was a little terrifying because I was like, we got to shoot the last scene of the movie where I've already
the
gone
first
through all
day.
this stuff.
It was the end of the first day is when we shot your final
Yeah,
scene.
sorry, first day was
Okay.
when we shot the last scene of the movie. So
We shot in Malibu.
So cute. That
And
scene.
it's so weird because when you get the permit to shoot in a place like Malibu or whatever, they don't prevent anybody from because it's a state park basically. So we were literally bribing rock climbers to move out of the way.
literally.
Oh,
Because the big face with the Greek, prologue thing, on that rock face, that's a very popular rock climbing wall.
Covered in rock climbers.
And we were just,
my
I mean,
God. Yes.
we were shelling
No
out,
way.
money
wow.
to be
Yeah,
like,
I was
can
like,
you?
here's $20. Can you just
Which is
move
so
to the
surprising.
left?
You think people, when you see that you're filming,
You would
just
move.
They don't-
politely
they
move
don't-
away.
No.
They don't
They're
care.
like,
don't always do that.
How much?
It's
Yeah.
Hollywood. Nobody cared.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
You're right.
everywhere.
That's
It's
true.
like-
That's true. That's really
People were
interesting.
rock climbing everywhere.
And we couldn't CGI him out, so we had to pay him.
And
We're just gonna wipe
fast.
them clean in post production. Nope, we had to be like, how much you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it? I always wonder about this because a lot of times, a lot of projects you do film out of sequence. Is it more just about you just deal with every scene every time as an actor? So you just kind of go,
It's
I'm
all
in the
of-
scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Just
really think.
live
You
in
don't think
that
about
moment.
You don't think about.
Well, you have to. You have to think of what came before. How angry was I? Because I think we start out really angry.
Right.
It's like, how angry am I now? Where did this come? So you have to kind of think in that moment. You have to know what happened before, and you have to know what happened after. But that's.
Oh, I had to go through the
any
entire
business.
movie the night before,
Any-
memorizing the lines.
Okay.
I went through the entire movie. I didn't even shoot these scenes yet, but I'm like,
You have to know.
following the course. Okay, how
Right.
did
And
Travis,
yeah.
the
Okay.
character, grow
Yes.
to this end point where he's like, "I love you" on the beach, without having actually shot it yet? So
Okay.
it was terrifying, for me personally, because I'm like, this is the last scene that people are going to see before the movie ends.
Yeah.
So
It has to be the best.
You usually shoot by location, so
Yeah.
you block out all
okay.
the scenes at Connie's house. And
you
all the
schedule
scenes
it
at
for
the beach.
budgetary
Right,
reasons,
right.
and then you look at the actors and say, "Sorry, this is the way we got to do
But
it."
that's and feature.
But
films,
that's how it's
is.
done.
When we're doing
That's how
so,
it's done.
usually done in sequel,
Yeah.
and that's very very.
In fact, theater is the only thing that's chronological in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
If
Right.
I think
right.
about it.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Right.
Yeah, even in television, you shoot out of sequence. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Have any of you guys ever did any Christmas projects before besides soap stuff? Besides soap
Christmas
Christmases?
movie?
Yeah,
Jessica
any-
I
has.
did last
Yeah,
year.
I've done some.
Jessica has.
Okay.
You did one?
You did one too?
What was yours?
Christmas with the Andersons.
What was yours?
It's called Christmas with the Andersons, and
Okay.
I was a Russian decorator.
Of
We had
course.
a party.
You with
event.
your
Yes,
accents.
yes.
You and the accent. How many can you do?
I don't know how many you need.
Good answer.
paid?
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. I love that. That's a
Yes.
great answer. And you did Christmas movie too?
A Christmas cruise.
Okay.
Yeah. With
Which is
Vivica
really
Fox.
cute.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Very
And
good.
shoelaces for Christmas.
And shoelaces for Christmas. I
Christmas.
forgot about that. I've done a few, yeah.
Because Christmas is big business. I mean, really, those
Yeah.
movies
Like
are
you said,
big.
it happens every year,
Yeah.
so there's an audience.
There's an audience.
Why do you think we did a Christmas movie,
And
man?
Christmas
No, it's
is more
exactly-
than
it's
one
smart.
night.
Like one day.
Smart.
It's like 3
I'm the
months,
best
you know?
audience because I can sit there and watch Christmas movies
Oh, yeah.
all year. And I do.
Lifetime, Hallmark.
Which was why your objective opinion after you saw this for the first time was like, we were like, oh my God, if she hates this, it's going to be so bad.
She's the one that I was the most nervous.
Really?
I was
God.
like,
my God.
please, God, Kathleen is...
No, because
snob.
No, Kathleen...
That's not what we're saying. It's just you know Christmas movies and you know good work. So it's like, we were just kind of like, if she hates it, it's going to suck.
I was so
Loved it.
nervous. I was like, please, God, don't let Kathleen hate this movie or I'm going to kill myself for Christmas.
Me, I'm going, please don't hate this movie. Please don't. And I loved it. From the first moment. I mean, watched it the first time. I know you're sitting behind me. I could feel your eyeballs.
You could hear my hot...
I know, and I was like, oh my God. But you know what? I
breath.
loved it. You guys will love it too. I
Yeah,
love
you
this
will.
movie.
You
You know,
will.
as a viewer, I
Yeah.
just thought it was adorable.
It's so entertaining
And
and
usually I'm
sweet.
like, no, I
It's
loved
simple.
it.
It's a simple,
sweet.
you know...
We
it's
had this
not-
funny quote, like, you know, we're not trying to do something to cure cancer or save the whales.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we wanted a
Light.
feel-good, fun, romantic comedy, whimsical, fantastical, all of the, you know, just feel good. And that's like, we don't want to take ourselves too seriously. We never did. That's just we're trying to accomplish.
It's a mermaid
No.
movie.
Well, I thought
We're very serious. What are you talking about?
I thought about Ari because, like I said, on the soap, you're always either crying, on the verge of crying, or something going on. Here you get to be something totally different.
She's
Hysterical.
hilarious.
You're
so
hilarious.
funny.
No, seriously, you're hilarious.
So funny.
We don't see Nicole as funny anymore like we used to.
No.
But you don't really see that.
She
on
whipped
Dick.
out this
anymore.
closet comedian though.
no,
She's
completely.
so freaking
Yeah.
funny on set. We were like, oh my God.
When you said Christmassy is not a word, I say Christmassy, and I started busting. I say that word.
Yeah.
It's so Christmassy.
A lot of people
I know when
do.
you start using it.
I love the physical comedy, like the just even walking on the boat and like.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, I've always been very quirky that way, and faces, and I just love being silly, and I don't care how old I am. I'm never going to change. Never.
That's right. You shouldn't,
So it's
right?
nice to be able to, add it to this character, and it was a lot of fun. I had a blast, so
Yeah.
I hope that came across.
You know, it did. And would you
Yeah.
like to do more comedies? You think?
Yes,
We can-
yes.
Yeah.
So
And you
good
should.
at it
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
So
you are
good.
really good at it.
Very
That was a
funny.
kind of a revelation. It's like, because I mean, on days you've had a few funny things over the years, but like this was really just laugh out loud.
And you have a natural sense of humor.
Yeah.
Your,
Yeah, you
your
do.
personality
You do.
is very-
I do.
God, don't provoke her.
Whoa, there goes Diego.
Amazon. You can see it on Amazon.
So the-
Amazon Prime.
Yes.
For free. And
So the fans are chiming in, and one thing, Stephanie Weatherby says, Michael, oh my God, you're so funny.
Thanks, Stephanie
Weatherby.
Danny.
And Candace Mack says, Kathleen did an amazing job. Oh, yesterday, the GA's Christmas thing yesterday on Facebook. How was that?
It was fun.
was fun, yeah.
7 of us sang Christmas carols. And we might have something fun coming up too.
Ooh, okay, folks. Okay. But you follow her.
Teaser.
How many singers do we have? This singer over here, for sure, Mr. Kyle Louder.
Who's going to be at the Grove tomorrow doing the Salvation Army... Tell me what else.
Yes. So
Red Kettle.
Even
event.
Basler's our publicist.
Yes,
She's gonna kill me for not knowing
Salvation
this.
Army Red Kettle charity event at
Yes.
the Farmers Market at the Grove tomorrow, where we have I'm singing a song.
Jen
Jen
Lilly.
Lilly is going to be there.
Jen Lilly.
singing a
I love
song.
Jen Lilly. I love her
And
myself.
Christmas
a host
carol.
of other wonderful actors and performers are going to be there, raising money for the Salvation Army, and it's just a really fun, feel-good event for charity. So
Good.
if you're at the Grove or the Farmers Market, or you're not, show up. It'll be a good time.
Did you just recently do something with Eric Martzoff, our buddy? Like, it was like the two Brady's. This is on stage.
That was actually
somewhere?
last year we did that.
Last
Yeah,
year, I
we did
remember,
we did a holiday fan event.
That was hilarious.
Last year. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really fun.
That's not fun. We love Eric too. I love Jen Lee on this. And a lot of singing. Anybody else sing? You guys sing it all? No?
Of course
She's
I
like,
do.
I mean, not in
In the shower.
in the shower, in the car.
That's the common
Oh no,
answer.
I'll sing.
Yes.
I'll sing. I'll tell you I will.
No,
My cat loves my singing.
See? And cats would always like a lot of stuff. They don't like a lot of stuff usually.
I had
so.
a turtle for 9 years, Gigi, and she loved my singing. I would sing, and she'd come out and go, I'd cover my ears if I could, but they don't reach.
Yeah.
So she was like, I thought she looked enthusiastic, but she was probably going,
I like to be a comedic singer, so I don't have to have a good voice, but it doesn't matter. Stuff like that.
So what's everybody's plans for Christmas this year? What are we doing for Christmas? This is the Christmas channel. What are you guys doing for Christmas?
watching Christmas movies.
Yes.
There you go.
Watching Christmas movies.
Cookies,
to
Christmas
Florida.
cookies.
Go to Florida?
skating.
Okay. Yeah.
Ice skating.
Ice skating.
We went ice skating.
Yeah, I went
Are you
ice
good?
skating.
We took Izzy ice skating
Yeah.
last week?
Yes, last
You guys
week.
good ice skaters?
skaters?
I
Good
went
ice
ice
skaters?
skating last weekend. Yeah, it's so fun. I'm pretty good.
It's so fun. No.
I am such a good ice skater.
I grew up dancing, so I do pretty. And
I love you know.
Oh my god, like totally.
I'm not amazing, but I have good balance.
But close
Okay,
to it.
that's good.
I can barely wear those high heels on General Hospital, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. Just
like, yeah.
cross the stage and just get through there. So the skates, I would kill myself. No.
And by the way, Amazing is close to Amazon. So Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime
Yes.
January
For Christmas.
2nd for free.
Yes.
Or just Amazon and you pay a couple bucks, but you get to see it. You can
Yes.
rent it. You can buy it. You can keep it. You can show your friends.
Yes. Show it on your big TV.
Big
to sit
TV.
Down,
Yeah, don't watch it on your computer.
No,
it's
go
so
TV.
beautifully shot. It
Ooh,
deserves.
seriously.
Yeah,
Seriously,
it deserves
no,
a big
seriously,
screen.
on a big
You know, I
screen.
find like if
Yeah.
I ask my daughter, like, what do you want to watch a movie? She's like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, how do you?
They want to watch it on their phones. Kids
Yeah.
want to watch
Smaller
everything
eyes.
on their
Oh
phone
my God,
nowadays.
smaller eyes.
Right.
I'm like,
which
let's
is
go
great
watch
because
it
you
in
can have
IMAX.
the Prime app on your phone and watch it on your phone too.
You
Are
don't
you
mind.
checking your
Yeah.
phone, James, during this interview?
He's watching the movie.
I was
No,
looking,
no.
I was looking.
Kidding.
I
Are
was
we
looking
not
to see-
entertaining you enough, Mr. Lott?
He's
I was-
watching it.
No, I was thinking the phone. Cause look at my phone. It's
God,
small
you
screen.
were
I
so
couldn't.
funny.
I couldn't watch it on my phone. I have to watch it on a big screen.
You can't. I can't watch it on my phone
It's
either.
a really
Like,
good movie.
We're also of an
folks.
older generation, though.
Folks.
Folks,
Aw,
it's a
thank
really
you.
good movie.
Who's that
Folks,
from?
people are saying that.
But I was thinking, that's the thing. I watch my stuff now on TV. Now that I was taught how to do that, I have a smart TV. I have one of those TVs that had a tumor in the back. That was like from 1985.
yeah.
Nice.
And I finally got this year. I bought me a 50-inch TV.
Woo!
Costco, folks. Costco, really expensive.
I
And so I
Brought to
got
you
one.
by Costco.
Well, brought to you by Costco.
I love Costco.
Sponsor. Me too.
can't get out of there.
I've
Less
only
than
been in one
$200.
once.
You ever been to Costco once?
It's
I'm
overwhelming.
too
Always
scared.
want free
It's 80,000 people.
You
on
can
the
walk
first day,
out with
never
like
go.
a
I'll walk out with,
steak,
like,
toilet
pretzels.
paper, and like a
20
dining room
jars
set.
No, here's the thing I found out.
A jar of mustard this freaking
Well,
big.
no.
Bed sheets, like a wine
no, I
fridge.
got the Kirkland vodka. The bottle's like this big for
Oh,
$20.
the toilet
Wow.
paper is
Yeah.
good. The toilet
I was
paper.
like, I'm still trying to go through it. I got
Well,
it.
that's a good
We
sign.
can
No,
try
you're
some good
not.
things.
I know. It's like I should have brought it. I should have brought
Nice
it.
try,
It's
buddy.
Sitting here drinking coffee, you're holding out on us, James.
And I'm like, sorry, folks, but it was big from Costco. It was like $20. I loved it.
It's daunting.
Yeah, so it's very so Christmas, you guys, you're going to go to Florida. You're going to watch. You're going to go ice skating.
We've canceled Christmas in our house this year.
You're done with it now because of the movie.
Well, you know,
We had Christmas in June.
Exactly,
Yeah, like
exactly.
3 different
July,
trees decorating
August,
and taking
September,
them down.
Wait a
October.
minute, was it really? Was it during the heat wave?
We shot it in June.
We had a couple heat waves.
No, we actually
Now we were shooting.
We actually
Weather
got
sucks.
we got June gloom during the
Okay,
shoot,
okay,
and it was
okay.
freaking
Yeah.
freezing,
Right,
cold.
Jessica?
Oh yeah,
it
the
was
water.
really
Oh
cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cold.
it is. We were in the ocean when it was. The ocean was. Yeah, it was not.
You
We
were
had terrible
shivering.
weather luck. We had
I actually,
terrible weather luck.
I almost
Okay.
died in the
Yeah.
Pacific Ocean. Yeah.
No, you didn't,
He almost had
SAG-AFTRA.
And our legal note is what Kyle meant to say was
Nobody was.
I actually lost
injured
feeling-
or
I
I
died.
made them run with razor blades and
You said
scissors.
you lost feeling in
and-
your legs.
I
or
did. Well, I
something.
was the only one without a wetsuit.
Oh wow.
I didn't think I needed one.
Okay.
All of a sudden, like I
And
was,
whose fault is
I was
that?
like treading waters really hard, and I just realized that my legs are. I've lost feeling in
Because
them, so
basically
they're
you
not
were
moving.
standing in for me.
I love how you make it sound like
Yeah.
it's like a James Cameron movie that you made the abyss.
I'm not making it sound like a James Cameron movie. I'm just. Am I?
No, it's just it's the reality of what happened.
This
Yeah.
was a working, beautiful set, and nobody got hurt.
Yes.
Well, that's
Amazon
actually
Prime.
true.
Amazon
Amazon
Prime.
Prime.
It was cold. I wouldn't have wanted it to be them. It was.
I didn't
they
sink.
They were good troopers. They
Yeah,
were very, very
no,
good
they were
troopers.
No, but even just all joking aside, yeah, even on like we shot outside,
Yeah.
predominantly,
Right.
You know, it's like on the water, like on the beach or
Yeah.
on the dock or on
Yeah,
Marina
you're
Del
dealing
Rey.
with nature.
It was.
Yeah.
It was just. It was not. You know, and we
Terrible
started.
weather.
At 8. We started on camera like 8 in the morning, so people are like, you know, wearing their summer dresses or their tank tops, and you're like, ha, and you're like,
You know, the
Yeah.
thing you don't realize about a mermaid tail, it's impossible to go to the bathroom.
I was gonna ask you about that too. I didn't
oh
see
God,
Not if
Kathleen,
you're in the
we need another
pool.
gift.
in the pool.
Our scene, we shot it. Like, it took about
5
5 hours.
We're sitting.
And they were all like, just release in the pool. But I'm like, the whole crew's like standing over me. I'm like, I can't do this. I
Ari's like,
can't.
that
I
is
was on the
my
side of the pool. I
pool.
peed on the side. You should have
I didn't do it.
No,
She didn't do
She
it.
was
We
well
got her
enough
out
for
of
well-behaved mermaid.
We got her out of the tail.
I waited. I held it the whole time.
Did you really?
For 5 hours.
She had to pee and she hates marshmallows. She hated that freaking tail.
Would you like a hot tea? You're like, I'll
I
have
had a
sip.
lovely experience. Everything was fantastic. Thank you for the experience.
And you can see the movie on Amazon Prime.
Or
We
Amazon.
knew this was going to happen.
Oh my
Every
God, I
time
love
we
it.
show up in the studio,
You do.
all hell breaks
I
loose.
did.
The way the tail is designed, it's like, like when you have like fins for like when you go scuba diving or whatever. It's called a monofin. So it fits into the tail. But there's like you literally have to like roll it down to get, and then her feet have to be strapped in. Otherwise, she can't move.
I mean, it was
tail.
made for her. It was like
It was
tightly.
It was custom made.
It was
custom
made for her
she
body.
looked. She
and so-
looked like a hostage.
That's
you
true. I
literally
tried to get in it and I didn't
You
work.
have to get up. They have to.
Well, it's only
make
made
a
for
cast.
her. Yeah.
To make the cast, they put a
Nobody
trash bag on me and then duct taped my whole body.
We have a video of that. We got to
It's
post
true.
that.
And then it had to be shipped to Florida. This like we had to measure her
they had to
every
put her back in the
2
oven,
inches
so
to
her legs were back.
get it to exactly fit. And then we had to cut her out of this like kidnapping gear and then mail it to Florida. And then they poured the silicone over it. So like really like just
And they ship it back, and you pray to God she didn't like gain or lose an inch because it's like tailor made.
Like a wedding dress.
getting her into it was
Yeah.
was really difficult.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I had a couple pizzas the week before.
You
Yeah,
need
like
to eat
you're
a
a
couple
problem.
pizzas.
So okay, so folks, before we actually end this whole thing,
Oh, boo.
we don't want to go home.
we're staying here.
This is
Screw
always
it.
fun to do
There's no
this show. I
ending.
love doing this
I love
show.
this show. I love you guys.
Love
I love
you.
you guys. I love you.
Love
I love you
you.
guys. I do. But I always give like a little organizing tip.
Oh.
And so this is a little quick
I'm
one.
listening.
This is a quick one, folks.
Just the
Terrible
tip.
organizer.
Just the tip,
Oh,
James.
for God's sake.
Organizing. Organizing.
Oh my God. We'll see you next time. No. 'Cause I'm just as bad as you are, so I have to like not go there. Like, hey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's the tip? What's the tip?
What's the tip?
Like if you say it over and over again, now it's kind of like
All right.
back to that big marshmallow.
Focus.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't call me that.
That's fast. I like that. That's fast. No. And you're fast too. No. So the whole thing is, I was going to tell you, I'm kind of related to this movie and the movie making process and being writing and creating and acting and in organizing, just getting started. That is the thing. I just want to say to you guys, do not be afraid to start. We're in the entertainment business. We're all creatives. We all do stuff. We work through whatever it is we feel, whatever emotions we feel to be able to do what we do, and we love doing it. And I feel with organizing it's the same thing. So just to get started may sometimes be the hardest part, but once you get started, I just swear to you, your life will run smoother, you'll feel better. And I feel like there's a lot of organizers out there who would love to help you. I'm an organizer. That's my other job that I do. My other business, I have a super organizer. That's why it's a super organizer. I just finished working with Michelle Stafford. We did organizing together.
Oh, I like Michelle. She's a nice lady.
Michelle's my buddy. We've been friends for years, and I actually helped her with her house, and we had a great time. And so she loved it. And I just think that anyone could get an people don't realize you can get help. The organizers are like plumbers and electricians and gardeners. That you can get somebody to come in, non-judgmental, come in your house and help you organize your stuff.
Nice.
So I just want people just get started.
Make a list.
Make a list and get started. Just get started.
So James,
Christmas
you're
list. saying
saying your tip of the week is once you pop, you can't stop.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, for the love of
You got him now doing it.
Pop.
This is a family show.
It's a potato chip.
It started out that way, buddy.
It did.
I don't think I can say it on air.
Ooh, what?
Once you pop.
He
Don't
said,
worry about it.
It's a Pringles thing, I think, right?
Yeah, that's it.
right, Steven?
It's a Pringles commercial.
Once you pop, you can't.
I think it's
stop.
corn pops. I don't remember.
It sounds familiar.
No, it's
No,
Pringles
corn
because
pops
you
has gotta
pop.
have
You
my
pop
pops.
the can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is Pringles,
Gotta
right?
have pops.
Pringles. You're right, it's Pringles. I like Pringles.
Remember corn pops? God,
I
those
do.
are good.
Shasta. I got a pop.
That's the cereal?
My one edition of the show has taken it off topic. I'm sorry.
But no, that's how they are. That's how they
Well
do.
done.
Well done. That's how they do. And then I always do this whole thing where I leave you with this little one nugget, and this one nugget is go watch the film. That's the one nugget.
Thank you.
Hey,
buddy.
Where can
Seriously.
you see it? Or where can
So
you see
I
it?
want you guys to tell. So we're gonna tell them where they can see the film. Then we're gonna tell people where they can see you guys.
You remember?
Do you remember where it's at? Amazon
No,
Prime?
Michael, where can
Prime.
they see it?
Where's the movie? It's Amazon.
We are available to all on Amazon. If you are a Prime member, you can stream it for free.
Which I
for a
did.
limited time only, just until after the holidays. So
Which I did.
See it now.
Which
and
I did.
Leave a review.
Please leave a review.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
a huge help.
it really, really helps us in
'cause-
spreading the word.
Yeah, that's a really, really big thing. It takes 2 seconds, and we really appreciate.
So what you're gonna
that.
do is we're going to go watch the film. You're going to grab some friends or family, get some eggnog with some brandy in it, and go and watch the film. And then you're going to review it. And then you're going to come here at Christmas 24/7, this show, and review our show too with them on it. So
I'm dying to see this show. I want to see your other episodes now.
Yes, you'll like them. They're really good. The first episode I ever did was my favorite top 10 Christmas songs.
Oh.
And I did actually an organizing tip to go with those Christmas songs.
What's your favorite Christmas song of all time?
Of all time? Well, the one we play. It's the most wonderful time.
Most wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
That's my
This is
favorite.
the best version of it, the one that you
Dandy
played.
Williams.
Yes.
I don't mind the Johnny Mathis, but the Andy Williams version is the one I grew up with. So that's my favorite.
That's how I got my name from a Johnny Mathis song.
Did you really?
It's like going away for the weekend and coming back on Sunday with a tan. Ariane.
You got it from that? Really? Wow! I love that.
It's actually true.
That's wild. I've never even heard of this song
I know
before.
I know the song.
It's
I'm a Johnny
actually
Mathis
true.
fan.
We're boinking to that song.
And I'm like,
Let's call it.
By the way, my mom gave me the name Ariane, not Ariane.
Right.
And my mom's like, I got it from a Johnny Mathis song. I'm like, well, no, not really, because that's not how you pronounce
She
the
has a
name.
penchant
She's
for
like,
changing the way names sound. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes, I know, but well, I'm like, oh God, here we go. Anyway, so supposedly, I'm like coffee on the weekend.
That's so interesting. I know the song.
Notice my cup. Notice
Exactly.
most likely to need
Yeah, coffee. I know the song. That's really interesting. Did not know that. Okay. Oh, thank you guys. So you love my show. I love it. You want to be?
I want to see the computer screen.
No, you can't see it.
All these nice comments.
They're all nice comments.
Thank you
She's seen
guys
it.
for sending
Yeah,
all these
seriously.
nice comments and compliments.
The fans
Thank you to the
especially.
fans. The fans have been amazing.
I know they
Yeah,
have.
you
I know
guys
they
have
have.
been great.
They
Soap
have.
fans are the greatest
They
fans
are.
on
They
the
are.
planet.
For
Like,
sure. I
love them.
bar none. They're so loyal.
I have a career as a soap fan, so I
Yeah.
completely am indebted to them. So starting around, we'll start with you guys on the couch. Tell them where they can find you on social media. And thank you all for being on the show, of course.
Thank you for
always.
having
You're
us.
welcome back
Thank you
anytime.
for having
Seriously,
us.
thank you for having us.
Thank you.
If you're interested, which I don't imagine why you would be, it's
Here we
M
go.
Caruso Producer. I'm just on Twitter. I don't do Instagram because
Instagram?
I don't have. I'm not hip to be square.
Oh, I like the song.
I am Kyle Louder 22 on both Twitter and Instagram.
Yes. Miss Jessica.
Jessica Morris 01.
There you go.
Ari_Zucker on Twitter and Ari8675 on Instagram.
Way to make it easy for
Oh
everybody.
my God. Yes.
8675309.
For a good time call.
I got it.
And Miss
dear.
Kathleen, I know you are.
And I'm on @Gatti Tweets, GATI Tweets on Twitter, but Instagram I'm like Michael. I kind of post it, but not enough because I'm still not,
It's
It's
confusing.
for the children. I am not a child.
It's just
anymore.
pictures.
I don't
It's
know,
just
very
pictures.
complicated.
That's all it is.
I like
To me, it's the
pictures,
easiest. It's
but
just
I'm not very
pictures.
good at it. But Twitter is my main
Yes.
jam. Is what they say.
Word.
They're
Yeah.
playing us out.
Word up to your mother, homie.
The music's coming on, folks. So anyway, I'm
Wrap
James
it
Lott
up.
Jr.
Wrap it
Wrap it up,
up.
everybody. You guys are off camera now. Just kidding. I'm James Lott Jr. and I'm the Super Organizer. You can follow me at thesuperorganizeruniverse.com, thesuperorganizer.com, alottahelp.com, and James Lott Jr. on all social media platforms everywhere in the world. You can follow me. And this place is at the Christmas 24/7 channel on YouTube. And on IG, we have a page there too, so follow us there. I'm James Lott Jr. Merry Christmas, everybody.
James! We love you, James.
Merry
Thank
Christmas.
you.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. No matter what you believe.
Kwanzaa, happy everything.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
From Chief Health Officers Keven Undergaro and Maria Menounos, Chief Spirit Officer Jeff Graham, and the entire The Christmas 24/7 channel, we would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV's The Christmas 24/7 channel. If you have questions or comments, email us at thechristmas247@gmail.com. Until next time, do your best to give, forgive, and be merry. Ho, 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 ho.